Good morning, guys. It's Andrew from 510 Books. I'm here in my warehouse, as you can see. It is August 25th, Wednesday, August 25th, 2021, almost 10 a.m. in the morning. And I have been making a long video to share with you guys about going through one Gaylord of mixed media. And I'm still not done with that, so I won't dive into what I'm doing over there. But I did want to talk about general stuff going on. I have my sale next week, my warehouse sale next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, September 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And so I'm slowly preparing for that while also, listing a little bit on our eBay and preparing stuff for Amazon, which is part of what the Gaylord is about. Gaylords are about back there. A lot of that stuff, or some of the stuff that I'm pulling out and sorting, is going to go into my local sale. DVDs, video games, Blu-rays, CDs, that kind of stuff. So those Gaylords cover everything that I have for sale here except records and books. I have lots of books to put out, and records I just kind of sometimes get donated to me, sometimes I get buying opportunities, and I search for deals out there on Facebook, OfferUp, Craigslist, all that kind of stuff. I have lately been getting record donations the last couple of sales, but there's no guarantee that'll always happen. So I'm always on the lookout for records. But I want to talk today about a sale I made, a book set. I also made 3 merchant fulfilled sales on Amazon, all books, and I made another book sale on eBay as well. So it was a little slower in the last 24 hours on eBay, but I was glad to get rid of this book set. So let me share this with you. It's an encyclopedia set, and I've sold not a ton of encyclopedia sets, but a fair amount, enough to be able to talk about it, to have some experience with it. And it's not for everybody because number one, you have to have the complete set. Not always, but it's good to have the complete set. It'll clearly sell for most money possible. That it's in great condition, but also that it takes up a lot of space and they're heavy. So it's a pain to store them. It's a pain to ship them, because this is probably, I'd probably say over 40 pounds. I have a scale, I should check it, but I think it's over 40 pounds. So you can do medium mail all together in one box, but medium mail is always a challenge, especially when they're heavy boxes. So I just want to share a few tips. So this is the actual set. It is illustrated. They're called Illustrated World War II Encyclopedias. My set is from 1978. Apparently there's ones that go way back even further, maybe probably to the 50s, I believe. I don't know about to the 40s, but I've seen some on eBay that are older. But this is from 1978. It's 24. There's 24 volumes, so I gotta have all 24. They're in great condition, as you can tell. There's nothing wrong with them. Somebody put a little sticker, their name, that kind of thing. But aside from that, they're in great condition. It's a very good condition. Now, I got these for free. They were donated. I think I got another 1 or 2 other encyclopedia sets from that donation. One of them I tried to sell and it just didn't sell, and I got rid of it. It wasn't worth it. Too much competition, doesn't sell that often. This one actually sells more often. If you look on eBay in the last 3 months for this Illustrated World War II Encyclopedia set, different years, they're not all the same year, but there's been 17 sales for the entire set. I just looked it up. One of them is mine, of course, but yeah, so this isn't selling like crazy, but enough to warrant, I think, to list it. Now, I had it listed for $50 plus shipping, taking offers, because it was kind of around that range. Didn't get any bites. It's been up there for about, I'd say, around 3 months. And it's been sitting here on the floor here, right there, where there's empty space now. Been sitting on my floor for all that time. And I decided this last week that I wanted to clear out a bunch of space here as much as I could and start consolidating a lot of these lots that I've had up, especially the ones that have been up for a while and haven't sold. Mostly book lots. There's some other ones in here, some DVD and audio cassette and that type of thing. And there's a few CD lots, but most of it's books. I decided, you know what, either just get rid of it because it hasn't sold, or drop the price significantly. So I dropped this price from $50 to $24.99, and again, there's only 24 of them, and that was $24.99 taking offers. So someone bought it for $24.99 plus shipping. So I was happy because I'll make a little bit of money, especially because they paid for shipping. So I'll make a little bit of money, and I'll just get rid of it, right? So it's not something that I'm going to sell locally, and it's something that's good to sell on eBay. And it's not a super valuable set. You know, clearly there's ones that are really valuable that you can go for hundreds of dollars, that type of thing. I have another one that I haven't been able to sell. I have local pickup on it. Is this Encyclopedia Britannica down here? So I'm considering that was also a donation. So again, these aren't things that I bought. I wouldn't buy a set unless I knew it was complete and in great condition and going for really good money. Like I would say in the hundreds, that I might buy it. And also, you know, that it's selling with regularity. There's a demand for it, and there are many sets that are in demand. And I've sold other encyclopedia sets, but so yeah, that's the other one that I have. So I'm considering getting rid of that one. I had someone ask about it locally, but no one has bought it yet. But anyway, this one, I dropped the price significantly, and thankfully it sold. I just dropped the price a little bit about a week ago, so it didn't take too long. Of course, it didn't happen right away. It's one of those things that's still going to take a little bit of time, so you have to have patience with it. The other thing is as I pack this, I recommend, of course, you know, in one box, which is the case for this. These are thinner volumes, so you don't have to worry, you know, but it's not super thick, and you're gonna have to use a gigantic box. But when you use media mail, the heavier the stuff is, the more likely that a postal inspector might open it and then rifle through it and not put everything back. I don't know why they do that, if they're stealing or throwing them out for whatever crazy reason, but it's happened to me so many times that what I do now is I'll write on the side, I'll write a message, something along the lines of, books, very heavy, or, very heavy books, be careful, handle with care, very heavy media, something like that, just to indicate that, number one, it's heavy, so when you go to pick it up, you're not surprised by how heavy it is. Number two, that there's actually media inside. I'm telling you, there's books inside, or there's media inside. Because what I've had happen with DVDs especially is I'll put them in a box like this, anywhere from like 90 to 100 all the way up to 100, and I've sent as many as like 150 in a box, and a bigger box than that. And sometimes what'll happen is they'll get opened, and then people will, this postal inspector for whatever reason won't put everything back in there, which is just crazy, but they won't do it. So for books, because they're so heavy, I just in case someone has the idea of opening it up and looking through it, and then not properly closing it again with enough tape and all that kind of stuff, and often the boxes are torn. So I would recommend doing that. And that's another downside to shipping really heavy stuff media mail. Of course, if you don't ship it media mail, the shipping is going to be really expensive, and people are probably not going to buy it. So of course, that's why I use media mail. So keep that in mind. It's always nice if you can sell these locally, because then someone can just pick them up. But of course, eBay, it's much better to sell it locally, and also to be able to ship it a much bigger audience for sure. So that's my 2 cents on that. So I'm going to ship that, or package this up, and try not to leave any space in here when you're packaging it, of course, because otherwise they're going to slide around and move around, and that's not a good idea generally. This week I've had some good sales on eBay, some good book sales, higher price stuff, so that's good. Hopefully that it's a sign of things to come. I'm slowly starting to sell off some of these books that have been sitting around a while. Of course, I have a lot, so fingers crossed that as we get out of summer soon and closer to getting into Q4, that things will pick up and I'll sell a lot more. Hopefully you guys are doing better there. But yeah, so I wanted to, hold on one second. Okay, so I packaged the Encyclopedia book set, the Illustrated World War II Encyclopedia book set, 24 volumes. And I'm probably gonna put a little more packaging material here, a little something there. I ran out of this stuff, so gotta go visit the dumpster. And I cut this box down to size, as you can see, scored it along, and then cut it up on the side. All you gotta do is just fold it over, fold it over, fold it over, and there you go. So it's smaller, and it fits to the size of the books, so they don't move around. So now they're not gonna move around at all. And then I'm gonna write in thick black marker, like I said before, books, heavy media, that type of thing. Please handle with care, although you don't really need to, but you know. And hopefully nobody will open it and take anything out or destroy anything. Please don't do that if you're watching this and you're a postal inspector, you work at the post office. So yeah, so that's that with those books. I totally forgot I had a meeting this morning at 10 o'clock, which is why I abruptly cut off the video there. But it was for an opportunity that has kind of come out. I talked about briefly that it fell in my lap through a relationship that I had with somebody who's come into the bookstore several times, that I could potentially have a book consignment deal that would essentially be a lot of books. I won't say never-ending books, but as close as you can get to that. And so it looks pretty promising. So we'll see, iron out the details, see if it's going to work out. Hopefully it does. And I'll let you guys know a little bit more about it as I go forward with that. But for now, I'm just gonna keep it in vague, because I got to see if it's going to pan out first. So relationships are the key. That's how you get all these that's how you're going to find opportunities, whether it's buying stuff, bulk buys, consignment, whatever it is. So just get to know people, let people know what you're doing, that kind of thing. Put yourself out there. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to jump into CDs and then DVDs. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.